The placement of Pluto in the 6th house in Synastry is one of the most physically tangible and psychologically grueling karmic overlays. While other Pluto placements might play out in the realms of dreams or romantic drama, Pluto in the 6th house manifests in the machinery of daily life, the way you work, the way you treat your body, and the way you handle the power dynamics of service. The soul contract, mastery through service. From a karmic perspective, this placement suggests a shared history involving power imbalances within a hierarchical structure. In past iterations of the soul's journey, these two individuals may have occupied roles of master and servant, healer and patient, or employer and employee. There is often a residual debt regarding how labor was exchanged or how physical well-being was managed. When Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, and obsession, enters the 6th house, the house of routine and health, of another person, the relationship ceases to be casual. The Pluto person acts as a catalyst for the house person's total purification. This is not a gentle process. It is an alchemical one that requires the burning away of inefficiency and self-sabotage. The power struggle of the mundane. The primary challenge of this synastry is the potential for micromanagement and control. The Pluto person often feels an instinctive, almost compulsive need to fix or optimize the house person's life. They may criticize the house person's diet, their work ethic, or their organizational habits. To the house person, this can feel like an invasive surveillance of their private autonomy. However, the karmic intent here is rarely malicious. Pluto sees the shadow in the house person's routines, the ways they use busyness to avoid growth, and forces them to confront these patterns. The friction arises because the 6th house is where we want to feel in control of our own environment. Having Pluto there feels like someone is constantly rearranging the gears of your internal clock. Somatic echoes in health karma. The 6th house governs the body-mind connection. In this synastry, the relationship often has a profound physical impact. If the power dynamics are toxic, the house person may literally feel sick or drained, as Pluto's intensity can be taxing on the nervous system. Conversely, this is a supreme healer-patient signature. If the two individuals work through the power struggles, the Pluto person can help the house person undergo a total physical transformation. They may assist in breaking deep-seated addictions or recovering from chronic illnesses that have roots in suppressed emotional trauma. The karmic implication is that the two have come together to learn that the body is a temple, not a machine, and that true health requires a total surrender of the ego. The transformation of work. In a professional or collaborative setting, this placement is powerhouse. It creates an obsessive drive to achieve perfection in a craft. The two may feel destined to complete a specific project or mission together. There is an intensity to their shared labor that others might find intimidating. The danger lies in the martyr-tyrant complex. One partner may feel they are doing all the heavy lifting, leading to a buildup of resentment that Pluto eventually erupts through a crisis. The lesson here is the redefinition of service. Karma is balanced when the Pluto person stops trying to dominate the house person's schedule and instead uses their intensity to empower the house person's productivity. Evolutionary conclusion. Pluto in the 6th house synastry is a call to find the sacred in the small. It moves the relationship beyond the honeymoon phase and into the trenches of reality. It asks, can you love someone when you are arguing over the dishes? Can you maintain your power when your partner sees your most unpolished, everyday self? By stripping away the house person's superficial habits, the Pluto person facilitates a rebirth of the house person's self-discipline. By learning to influence without demeaning, the Pluto person learns the true meaning of right use of power. It is a heavy placement, but one that offers the rare reward of a life that is not just lived, but meticulously refined. When Pluto enters the 6th house in synastry, the zodiac sign on the house cusp determines the flavor of the labor and the specific area of life where the power struggle or purification occurs. Fire signs, the burnout risk. Aries, the struggle is over autonomy. The Pluto person may try to direct the house person's initiative, leading to explosive arguments about who starts things. Karma is balanced through shared physical challenges or sports. Leo, this revolves around creative pride. The Pluto person may unintentionally or intentionally diminish the house person's need for praise in their daily work. The lesson is finding dignity in service without needing an audience. Sagittarius, the tension lies in belief systems. There's an obsessive need to find truth in daily habits. The Pluto person may force the house person to overhaul their philosophy on health or work-life balance. Earth signs, the material overhaul. Taurus. This is about physicality and resources. There is a heavy focus on the body, diet, and money earned through labor. The Pluto person may try to control the house person's spending or sensory habits. Virgo. This is Pluto's natural home for the 6th house. It is extremely intense. The focus is on perfectionism and fixing flaws. It can lead to incredible healing or a crushing sense of never being good enough. Capricorn. The karma involves hierarchy and status. The relationship often feels like a professional apprenticeship. There is a deep drive to build something of lasting structure, but the house person may feel bossed around. Air signs, the mental gridlock. Gemini. The focus is on communication and data. The Pluto person might obsess over how the house person thinks or organizes their schedule. It's a war of the to-do lists, where words carry immense power to hurt or heal. Libra. This centers on fairness in labor. The house person may feel the Pluto person is tilting the scales of the chores or daily responsibilities. The goal is to transform the concept of partnership into a functional daily reality. Aquarius. The tension is social or technological. The two may clash over unconventional ways of working or how they contribute to a larger group. It's about breaking traditional employee mindsets. Water signs. The emotional undercurrent. Cancer. This is the nurturing struggle. The Pluto person may try to control the house person's domestic habits or emotional safety. It feels very mother-child in its intensity. The lesson is to care without suffocating. Scorpio. This is total psychological warfare in the mundane. There are no secrets in the daily routine. It creates a detective dynamic where the Pluto person sees every hidden health issue or work avoidance tactic. Pisces. The struggle is between chaos and spirit. The Pluto person may try to ground the house person's escapism, or they may both get lost in a shared psychic fog. The karma is about bringing spiritual discipline to daily chores. Subscribe to Karmic Synastry channel and be one click away from checking your relationships from karmic perspective.